Hey, it's the preacher. We're going to do a review. We're going to review the High Mountain Seasoning Jerky Blend. And this is a variety pack, and I got to admit, I misunderstood it when I read it. I thought that each one of these would do 5 pounds of meat or 10 pounds of meat. And so my plan was to do a review of each one of these, just make their original, try it, let you know what I think, a little 2-minute video. So I bought this 5-pack sampler pack. It has the original blend, mesquite blend, hickory blend, cracked pepper and garlic, and Cajun blend. So I just picked this thing up and I looked, and it says High Mountain Cure. Use 6.25 ounces of cure packet for all the 5 seasonings. Cure packet will cure 20 pounds of whole muscle meat or 10 pounds of ground meat. And I thought that there was enough to do 10 pounds of original, 10 pounds of mesquite, all the way around. I thought there were 50 pounds of seasoning in here. And the reason I did that is because I've been using backwoods over the past 5-10 years. Yeah, a good 10 years. Anyways, when I've used it, it's just a little packet, does 5 pounds. So I thought, oh, easily you got that in here. Well, that's not the case. When you open it up, in the middle there's a cure packet, and that will do 10 pounds of meat. And then each of the 5 seasonings will make 2 pounds. So I had thawed out 10 pounds of ground meat, thinking that's what my dehydrator will hold, 10 pounds of ground meat. So I thought I'll do 2 batches. When I got to reading it, each flavor only does 2 pounds for a total of 10 pounds, and all of the cure is in one big pack in the middle. So as I labeled the trays in the dehydrator, because I move mine around to make sure they all kind of come off at the same time. So I wrote on some pink duct tape, and I labeled each individual tray, so that if I had to take the hickory off the top and put it on the bottom, I would know where everything was. So then when I took them all off, because I have 2 pounds of each of the 5 flavors, I wrapped them up in some of this press and seal, and just loosely wrapped them to hold them together, and I just stuck the tape on there. So what I've done is I've given away a bunch. It was Christmas just this past week. I've given away a bunch, but what I did was I kept one of each flavor to try and give you my honest thoughts about it. And so I want to do that. Without further ado, this is mesquite flavored, my MES. So this is mesquite. Smells like mesquite. That's good. That's really good. I like it. Here's what we're going to do. I've nibbled on these a bunch. I'm going to take the ones I like and put them in one group, the ones I don't like and put them in another, and then we'll kind of go from there. The mesquite I like. Well, here's a little piece of original. The original I like. This is cracked pepper and garlic, and of all 5, you can tell this is cracked pepper and garlic because you can literally see the pepper in it. If you like cracked black pepper, you would love cracked black pepper and garlic. I like black pepper, but that's just too much for me. I was excited about that because I haven't tried a mix with that in it, and I do not care for, that's probably my least favorite. 1 to 5, 5 being the lowest out of these, that is last place for me. Here's the Cajun. Let's try the Cajun. Let's take that center cut out. This is okay. There's nothing wrong with this. Great Cajun taste. I'm just not a big fan of Cajun jerky. I love Cajun food, just not Cajun jerky. So I'll put that down here. Let's try the hickory. Oh, let's get a center cut on it as well. Okay. Cracked pepper and garlic, not my thing. That's out. The Cajun is fine. There's nothing bad about it. I'm just not a Cajun guy. I thought I would like the cracked pepper and garlic, but it's just too much black pepper taste. It's not too hot. It's just it's too strong. If I were to rate these, and there ain't nothing wrong with these last three. There's nothing wrong with any of these. This High Mountain is this was a good jerky cure. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm talking about preference now. Matter of fact, some of my family was eating the cracked black pepper and garlic, and they liked it. So, I mean, just because I put it at dead last doesn't mean you wouldn't necessarily like it. I think the hickory is hands down my favorite. Everything I tried out of the hickory, and it's not just this stick, it just didn't seem to be as salty. And I mixed the cure in all at one time. So I mixed the cure into 10 pounds of ground meat. So all of the meat had the same amount of cure in it. And then I weighed out 2 pounds and did hickory, weighed out 2 pounds, did mesquite, weighed out 2 pounds, and so on. And so I know that I had the meat mix right. I know I had their recommended amount of cure in there. I do the same thing with backwoods. I don't put their cure in my jerky when I make backwoods seasoning. And the reason being, I think it's a little too salty. Backwoods is a little too salty for me. This High Mountain is a little too salty for me. So if I were to make this again, I would probably use about 2/3 the amount of cure, and I just wouldn't put it all in. It's a little too salty, and the reason I know that is you can see salt crystals on the outside of some of these sticks of jerky here. Let me get one that when they start to get dry, you will see salt crystals coming out on them. Yeah. You might see a little twinkling in there. See those twinkles? That twinkling is salt crystals coming out. I should have brought you this piece. It's a lot more prevalent on it. Anyways, it's just a little too salty. But the hickory, to me, has the best flavor. Secondly, the original. I love the original. And thirdly, the mesquite. These three, if I were just going to go buy High Mountain seasoning, and I will buy some more. I will buy hickory, original, or if they don't have those two, I'd get mesquite. I really, really like it. The only thing I would do is back off the sauce, and I'll back off the sauce. No, I don't need to back off the sauce. I would back off the salt, and that's in the cure packet. And I know what they're doing. They're trying to get those nitrate levels up so high that they don't have to worry about you guys suing them for getting botulism. But if your house is anything like my house, you make 5 pounds of jerky, and it's going to be gone pretty quick. So this was the sampler pack. I wouldn't buy the sampler pack again, just because I know that 2 out of the 3 I don't really care for. So I'll go back and buy some more hickory and original probably, and from now on I'll use that. I still like the backwoods, okay, but I think Calvin's Corner's right. High Mountain is better. Just back off on their cure. And since the seasoning and the cure are separate, you can hold that out or add that, to your taste. That's good. All right, there you have it. High Mountain jerky cure and seasoning variety pack. I don't recommend the variety pack. I recommend you take my advice. Buy the hickory. If you don't want to try the hickory or you don't like hickory, get the original. But if you do have the variety pack, tune in, let me know what you think. If you have another cure or another brand of seasoning that you use that you like real well. Now, I don't like making snack sticks and where you have to put casings or small sausages or Slim Jims. I'm talking about just jerky mix, right out of a jerky gun. If you have a brand of seasoning that you think I should try, leave it in the comments. If you have a preference, or maybe you just disagree all the way around. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments. This is my honest review. I think High Mountain seasoning Makes a pretty good jerky mix, and I think you'll like it too.